Forgotten conjugate exercises part 2. Exercise number 1, the Dimmel deadlift. I'm probably gonna get some haters say that it's not a forgotten exercise and that many people know about it, but this is one that I always have people that are surprised by this variation, how effective it is, as well as that have never done it before. And I'm talking about thousands of people in my training. So I think it's an exercise that I don't see to be very popular, but has a ton of benefits. So this exercise was popularized at Westside Barbell by powerlifter by the name of Matt Dimmel. And this is an exercise that accentuates the lockout of your deadlift. So as you can see, it's a small range of motion. The bar is staying in close contact with the thighs throughout that hinging motion, that eccentric lowering phase of the lift. And as you come to lockout, we really want to accentuate good hip extension by actively squeezing the glutes and getting good external rotation of the hip to really turn that on. So again, great exercise to accentuate the lockout, get that good glute activity at the top phase of the movement. And this is done for higher repetitions, 3 sets, 20 to 30 reps, with about 30% of your 1 rep max deadlift. Exercise number 2, the dumbbell Williams press. Now, this exercise has a lot of different names on the internet, and I've seen it called a lot of different things over the years, but this is one that I learned from one of the coaches, Joe, at Westside Barbell, and I thought it was called a different exercise, and he told me it was called a Williams press. So this is an accessory-based exercise for the triceps, where essentially we're putting the triceps in an elbow out position, and we're going through extension. So you can do this from a flat bench or an incline bench. If you have elbow issues, this is gonna put a fair amount of stress on the elbow joint. Might not be a good variation for you, but just to feel it out, start with some lightweight, see how it feels. And of course, if it doesn't work for you, then don't include it in your programming. You can go with something like I talked about in my first Forgotten Conjugate exercise video where we went through the rollback tricep extension. That might be a better fit for you. But this is one that you can certainly have some benefit with. Usually 3 to 4 sets of 10 to 15 reps per set. Exercise number 3 is the decline med ball sit-up. Westside is known for doing a lot of heavy abdominal work. Now, obviously you're gonna need a decline bench. If you don't have a decline bench, you can still perform these with a straight leg position on the floor, and I'll show you how to do that. But this one is obviously gonna use the decline, which is going to add a level of difficulty to the movement. And of course, anytime we're adding resistance, like a med ball, that's going to make it more challenging as well. Now, with the decline, you're getting a deep stretch position, opposed to doing it on the floor where you're actually not going to get that position, but we can still load the abdominals and train them pretty heavy, which certainly is going to have a carryover to things like our squat, bench, and deadlift. Exercise number 4 is the banded leg curl. In my last video, I talked about band work being a staple at Westside Barbell, and it's a staple for a number of reasons. Number 1, we can improve the ability of tendons to store elastic energy, which carries over to things like explosive movements. Number 2, it's a great prehabilitative strategy to prevent tears and strains of skeletal muscle. So we can do this for high repetitions. It can improve soft tissue quality. It can add stored elastic energy to tendons and be done almost by anyone, because think about it, guys, the learning curve is very low with this exercise. It doesn't take a whole lot of skill to execute this. If you have a band and you have something to affix it to and you have a bench, you're good to go, and it doesn't require a whole lot of teaching where someone's going to potentially do it incorrectly. So with this exercise, we can do bilaterally or unilaterally. So in this case, I'm doing it with one leg, so unilaterally. And what we want to make sure is we have tension. You can see it's pretty tight. I have tension the whole time, and I want to perform this with a rapid motion. Okay, so it's not slow and controlled. It's ideally performed with a rapid motion, and this is where we get the stored elastic properties that I just mentioned. And when we do this, sitting on a bench would be ideal, because look, I can go past the bench as opposed to a box where I would be stopping, about 90 degrees. So it gives us a little bit extra range of motion. High repetitions with these guys, 20 to 50 reps per set and 3 to 4 sets. So ideally, just accumulate 100 reps per leg and you're good to go. 5th and final exercise is a shrug variation. If you look at any Louis Simmons books, you'll see shrug variations, dumbbells, barbells, kettlebells. Even wheelbarrow is something I saw at Westside, which the wheelbarrow is a phenomenal tool, and I think probably a topic for another video. If you want to see a video on that, let me know in the comments. But this particular variation encompasses 3 different positions: front, side, and behind the back. We're going to perform it with kettlebells. It can be done with dumbbells. Probably not with a barbell, because you're going to need that side position. But if you have a trap bar, that might be a nice variation for this as well. But know that you can execute this with a number of different implements and have it play out pretty well. So when we do this, we're going to do front, side, behind the back. Now, hopefully, my technique looks good and I wasn't doing bro shrugs. We should get a full range of motion and good contraction at the top of the movement. But use a load that you can do 10 reps per position, going from 10, 10, 10, so 30 total reps without having to stop or rest. You shouldn't have to put the weights down. You should be able to do all 30 of those reps without resting. So, great variation, trap 3 shrugs. That is it for today. 5 forgotten conjugate exercises. If you want to see a part 3, let me know in the comments. Until next time, results are king.